First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
And a run like that shouldn't surprise anyone who's ever seen Javonte Williams play. Compact, strong, physical runner. He ran for 1,000 yards at North Carolina last year. In fact, it was over 1,100 and 19 touchdowns in addition. And that's despite sharing the backfield with another 1,000-yard rusher, Michael Carter, who was taken in the 4th round by the Jets. Najee Harris and Travis Etienne were taking over it, but many thought that Javonte Williams might be the best back in the draft.
2nd and 10. Now Williams running left. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Off play action. Lance. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Lance now on 1st down. They'll get this out to Gurley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Looking to throw. Lance. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Yeah, the Browns are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. From the 2, here's first and goal. Back to throw. Lance. Flush to, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Williams. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They run. It's Williams. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Williams can't punch it in on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Him here. Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A first down carry for Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Browns will take over here at their own 14-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From all the way 38 now after a good start to the drive. Looking to throw. Lance. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Lance. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert looking in zone for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38.
And they faked the handoff. Now Lance.
And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Lance.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Off play action. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Lance escaping the pressure right. Javonte Adams there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing again on second down. Herbert. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Out of the gun, Herbert looking deep for Julio. He's got a man, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Julio Jones. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Parkey adds the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taken at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Lance looking to throw it.
Flushed out right. And that's complete to Adams. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he's got room. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
They'll try and run it in with Henry, but he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Throwing after the interception. Lance eluding the pressure right. And that one's complete to Gurley. Oh, some strong breaks the tackle. Now an alley. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Moore on for the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert.
And he'll look downfield for Waller.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert off of play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Justin Reed. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. first shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He's at the 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, Makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Into the secondary again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. On 1st and 10, Herbert winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the Browns are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Lance. And he checks this one down to Williams. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now a throw here to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. Blitz coming, and down he goes. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. On 1st down, Williams fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. Flushed out right. He completes it to Ridley. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Lance. This is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. Herbert going to throw.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. So on fourth down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a